Well, hello there, Aquarius. How are you? It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So, today we're just checking in with Spirit to see what it is that you need to know at this time. So, there's really no timetable on this reading, it's good for whenever you come across it. And we'll take a look first at the overall energy with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details about any obstacles on your path and, of course, advice from Spirit. So let's take a look. Let's see what is on the horizon for you. Uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies a great bounty, and the wombat spirit. And be at home, and that's the number 68. Okay, so for some of you that may have something, 6 plus 8 is 14, and 14 reduced is 1 plus 4 equals 5. I feel like there's something that you're going within, because this is the hermit energy, going within in order to uncover some treasure about yourself or about a situation. It's almost like pulling yourself back, because fives are all about change, understanding that there's some change that you want to make in your life. Perhaps, Aquarius, it's even your soul is calling you to make some change in your life. But it's like understanding that I don't feel like you know exactly what it is. And being an air sign, you could be trying to think it out, right? I'm a Gemini, so I fellow air sign, right? So I totally understand that. Sometimes as air signs, what we do is we try to think it out instead of feeling it. Feeling through the situation, right? And that's what the wombat spirit is all about. It's about getting out of the head and getting back into your heart. What does your heart tell you about the situation? For some of you, it could be since Pluto moved into your sign, so Pluto is in your first house right now, and it moved into your sign about 3 weeks ago, and it'll be there for the next 20 years. So it's understanding that your first house is how you see yourself, right? I feel like Pluto is coming right in and saying, wait a minute, before you go any further for the next 20 years, kind of reevaluating who you are and how you want to show up in the world, you first have to understand who you are, right? You have to go in and discover that treasure about yourself. Now, Aquarius, you are very much someone that wants to help the globe, right? Your soul longs to help the collective, to see the good in everything, right? And you want the world to step up to its potential. That's your underlying soul energy. And I feel like part of it is that before you can step into that completely, it's about first understanding your own individual potential, who you truly are. What is the treasure? What gifts, what talents, what skills, what passions do you have that you want to share with the world? This is a beautiful energy of, because Aquarius, one of the things, they keep saying individual, because one of the coolest things I think about your energy is that you are so, you understand that everybody is unique, that everybody brings special talents and skills and levels of wisdom and insight and love to every single situation. That we can't all be the same, because if we were all the same, first of all, it would be totally boring. But second of all, then we would all just be doing the same thing. We'd be like a bunch of robots, right? One of the wonderful things about your sign is that you understand that we're all individuals, that we have our own unique qualities about ourselves. And I feel like maybe one of the things is that it's really good for you to I think you have a good talent of seeing those unique qualities in other people, but perhaps part of this is you haven't been able to see that unique quality within yourself yet. This is almost like being able to instead of spotlighting other people's unique qualities and helping them to raise to their highest potential, you're actually putting the spotlight on yourself for maybe the first time ever. So it's kind of like, it's taking me back to, I'm a retired teacher. And one of the things that I really enjoyed in the classroom was helping students to understand what unique gifts they had. And some of those unique gifts occurred in the classroom. You may have had a child that was really good at writing or at math or getting along with other people, or was a good leader in the classroom, or was extremely kind and compassionate, right? But then some of the students, their uncovered treasure didn't show up in the classroom. Maybe they were really good at soccer, or they were good at singing and dancing, something that maybe didn't occur inside the classroom. And as a teacher, I felt it was kind of part of my job in helping myself to find what their specialty was, so that even if it was something outside the classroom, I could somehow bring it into the classroom, right? If it was singing and dancing, perhaps having some kind of a project where you could use the singing and dancing skills in order to share information, share whatever research we were doing or something with your classmates, right? Instead of just writing an essay, maybe they could write a song and sing and dance and whatever to get the information across. If it was soccer, maybe we went outside and they did their project by, sharing information by kicking the ball and bouncing it off their head or whatever. It's understanding that, it would be like, for me as a teacher, part of it is that I can see the unique qualities in my students, and then help them to shine their light, to help them to raise to their highest potential. But then if I didn't do that for myself as a teacher, right, then how do I get to shine my light? And I think that is the really cool thing about this card, is that you're understanding that you as a person are really good at seeing the good qualities of other people, but can you see those good qualities in yourself? Wow. Incredible. I feel like for some of you, you could have, yes, I feel, and this is exactly right, that you have been around people. I cannot believe this. And then the judgment card, because that's exactly what I was going to say. I think you've been in either work situations, family situations, friend, romantic situations, where the other people, okay, that you are working with or have a relationship with have been extremely judgmental about you. So it's kind of like you're looking at them and you can see all of their good qualities, and you could be like trying to bring those good qualities out in them, like instinctively. That is part of your energy. But the other person that you're dealing with is not doing the same for you. All they may be doing is pointing out your deficiencies. It would be kind of like, let's go back to me, because I was like a 4th and 5th grade teacher for most of my career. So if I had a 4th grader and they struggled in the area of writing, okay, and perhaps though they were really good at singing and dancing, okay, but they struggled with writing. And if every single research topic that we did in class, okay, I insisted that everything had to be an essay. It had to always be written, and it had to be in essay form, and it had to be, 5 paragraphs with an introduction and 3 body paragraphs and a conclusion, and it had to follow this format, right? That child might completely dislike school, may completely shut down. But if at least occasionally I can say, all right, this time you don't have to write an essay. You can give the class a presentation in any way that you want to. And the child gets to sing and dance about, let's say, where they did a research project on Mars, okay, the planet Mars. And so they do a song and dance about Mars instead of a 5-paragraph essay. They're going to shine. They're going to enjoy the project more. They're going to come out of their shell. They're going to be able to show the other classmates that they're more than their lack of writing skills, right? And I feel like this person or this situation only wants to talk about your writing deficit. They never want to talk about the fact that you're really good at singing and dancing. It's kind of like it would be like a teacher that just keeps hounding a student to get better at writing, instead of also seeing that maybe they're good at math, or maybe they're really a kind student, right? Or maybe they're a leader in the classroom, that they have other skills and talents. But I feel like what you're up against is either family members, a boss, a romantic connection, someone that doesn't want to look at your treasure, only wants to look at your deficiencies, okay? So let's go to the tarot. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, I feel like you really want to shine. You're the Empress. What a beautiful energy. You want to shine. But it's kind of like you have these people or family members, romantic partners, whatever it is, that only want to pull out what it is that you're not good at it, you know? And you could be even kind of like working on that. It would be like the student that at the beginning of the year couldn't even put a couple of sentences together, and then, you know, maybe midway they can actually write one paragraph, but maybe the rest of the class can write 5 paragraphs. But it's kind of like focusing on, well, you can still only write 1 paragraph and everybody else can write 5. But oh my goodness, at the beginning of the year, they couldn't even put a sentence together. Now they can not only write 1 sentence, they can put 5 together, and it makes sense. Like, looking at the progress, right, is so important. It's not about comparing ourselves to one person or another, but I feel like you have somebody in your life that only wants, only wants, we have the devil showing up. Only wants to concentrate on what your deficiencies are, instead of looking at the treasure. And so here's the problem. You've gotten into the energy of perhaps only looking at your own deficiencies instead of looking at your own treasure, because it's almost like you've been conditioned to only look at your faults. And that's because of either the way you were raised as a child, or the setting that you're in, whether that's, once again, in your office or your work environment, or in a romantic connection. And when we only look at our faults, okay, we start feeling really bad about ourselves, because there's nobody here. I feel like there's nobody here that's looking at what is your treasure, what is so loving and beautiful and just amazing about you, Aquarius. It makes me, I'm getting teary-eyed, because it's kind of like the energy where somebody isn't helping you to shine the light on yourself. And I think that that's what you're doing. This is your obstacle, is that you're finally overcoming the need to make somebody else happy, like constantly working on improving yourself in one area. But it's kind of like, but wait a minute, doesn't anybody see how amazing I am in this other area? It's allowing yourself to say, I am amazing, right? I am amazing. And it's time for me to either remove yourself from people or situations that don't want to look at how amazing you are, and going in a different direction. You have the 3 of Wands. I've got to go out there somewhere. I have to find other people that will help me to, and it's not necessarily that you have to have other people shine that light on you, but it's kind of like, if I stay in this environment, right, I know I'm never going to be able to get past all of, I feel like this heavy weight of feeling like you're not enough, because you're with somebody that it doesn't matter, Aquarius, how amazing you are. They're just never going to see it. It's allowing yourself to remove yourself from that situation and allow yourself to go towards people that at least are open to looking at how amazing you are. So let's see what your advice here is. Yeah, taking your power back. Understanding that it's about taking a good look at where you are, the environment. I think there's something about the environment that you're in, right? The relationships that you're in. You're going towards new supportive connections that truly love you for who you are, that are willing, that are actually are encouraging you, inspiring you to look within and see the treasure that you are, so that you can recommit to yourself. I feel like this person or this situation, you're trying to make it work, but I think that this other person or situation they're trying to bring you down. And I think you just keep trying to do more to please this person, and yeah, at the same time, you know, once again, it would be like me being a teacher and insisting that somebody has to write an essay. But the truth of the matter is that they may have a lot of amazing information to share with their classmates that they can't do in a 5-paragraph essay, but they can do by singing a song. And maybe the whole class then loves the song, and the kids are always singing the song, and they remember more about Mars because of that song than they would have from somebody reading a 5-paragraph essay. I mean, think about it. That 5-paragraph essay, if you went to school where that's the only way you could share information, right? That's very much that Capricorn energy that we had for the last 15 years. And then this Aquarian energy is having the teacher that says, all I want you to do is learn about Mars. You can tell the class anything you want to about Mars. I just want you to fall in love with Mars and share the information any way that you want to. And then being able to sing and dance or juggle a soccer ball while you're doing it. Right? Yes, you are. You're understanding, you're understanding that this person, the situation is almost perhaps gaslighting you, right? And keeping you stuck in a situation that really isn't your 9 or 10 of cups. You're walking away in hopes of finding something that really does bring you love and joy, because it allows you to share your treasure instead of hiding it. Wow, beautiful. All right, let's pull a soul truth card for you, Aquarius. And I do personal readings. So if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. What am I looking for outside myself that is already within? Yes, you're looking for this outside because you're wanting a validation from somebody else or acknowledgement of your special treasure, which this person or this situation is never going to see. Are you looking for more guidance, confidence, peace, wisdom, or love, or something else? When we search outside ourselves, we can become overwhelmed, frustrated, and never feel quite good enough. It's time to go around to find everything you seek. All the answers you need lie within you. What a beautiful message. All right, Aquarius, I'm going to leave it there. I love you so much. Thank you so much for supporting my channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing. I hope to see you again really soon. Much love and light. Bye for now.